But Islam, peace and love to all my soul brothers and sisters, and even the soulless brothers and sisters out there in northwestern Texas. This is another Intuition Monday, and I am Brother Shine and Lean Ale, and you already knew all is well. And bro, what was that solid rad appellation y'all also call me sometimes, brother?
Braveheart, Braveheart.
And I am here with the living master, the cool, smooth brother, and he is...
Yo, you are hilarious, bro. You are super hilarious, man. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here in Morocco at northwest of Maxim. How are you? Welcome to the Intuition Monday for the Lunar Eclipse in Scorpio, man. I yield, bro. Islam.
We'd like to thank you all for joining us today as we give you this lunar eclipse 11 days in advance to give you time to get prepared, get ready to experience this lovely, beautiful energy that is to come. Yes, and you already know how we do. Brother Hassan will be starting us off today, doing houses 1 through 3 and 7 through 9, and myself, Brother Shine, will be doing 4 through 6 and 10 through 12. And that's how we just gonna do this thing today. So we'd like to welcome you all and thank you for joining us for another Intuition Monday. Right? Rad solid. He was like Wu-Tang, bro.
Yo,
I was like, man,
yeah.
I said, are they trying to do Undercover Brother? A little mixture?
Because he was like, hilarious,
yeah,
bro.
we the black eye. I was like, whoa. But it was pretty funny. I was like, all right, that's how I'm gonna do my intro. Like we on the soul train.
You're hilarious.
Brothers and sisters. So Luna will be 2 minutes away from the Eagle Point, the regeneration. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of rad energy coming back to us. So make sure you rest up, drink your water, eat your fruits, and be prepared for the energy that is to come and times to manifest what we term the future. Solid. Right? So make sure you be ready for this today. So I'm going ahead and hit this screen share right here. I know my bro's sharing some things out. So make sure you check out all our past presentations that we did. You know, we just did AstroCivics Sunday yesterday. We had impromptu improv Friday. So you're really missing out if you're not joining us every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As we give you the astrology, we give you the law and civics. We're giving you everything that you need for yourself and your family. Solid.
Show enough.
Show love. Show right. Show you right.
You're
right,
hilarious, bro.
So let me go ahead and get this screen share going.
Yeah.
And as we compare to we're gonna float this, as they would say when those old school box shedders be just really riding real slow. We just gonna float this thing. We just gonna float this thing. So let me get the full screen going. Minimize that over there. Right, and I'm gonna yield the flow to the living master, Brother Hassan.
Islam,
bro. Solid.
So guys, we are, at least I got that out to Telegram for right now. Guys, we are here at the Scorpio zone. Very interestingly, the Scorpio zone is where we're talking about that 1/12 slice of the planet, right? Pertaining to when you're looking at each portion of the planet, you break it up in 12 slices or 12 portions, so to speak. Each portion pertaining to that planet is under a sign, right? So with that being said, when we're at the Scorpio zone, dealing with this lunar eclipse taking place in Scorpio, we see that Venus is ruling the chart, all righty, because the ascendant is Libra, all righty. So with that being said, we just look very closely here, guys. It's happening in the first house too. So even though Scorpio, I know, is on the second house, because Venus is ruling over this particular first house here with the moon in it, along with the south node, part of victory, Arcturus, and Spica, right? So we can find ourselves, bringing some newness to ourselves over the next 6 months or so. Bringing some newness to ourselves, maybe manifesting some justice in a place where we normally wouldn't likely see things manifest, and may be manifesting in a mangy or manger situation. Really reflecting on our past also, when we're really looking at this, just about, a little more than 10 degrees away from the south node Luna is. And anytime you see an eclipse, whether it's a solar or lunar eclipse, that means that the luminaries are very close to their nodal points, right? And the lunar nodes are markings pertaining to where the moon's path and the sun's path actually intersect. And normally when you have a lunar eclipse, the earth is between the sun and the moon, and the direct light from the sun is being obscured, so to speak, by Earth. And it's interesting because the refracted light bouncing off of the Earth from the sun now has the moon appearing what they call a blood moon or red or things of that nature. And it makes one think, think like, okay, so what does Earth really look like, right? Is it really this bluish, greenish planet that has been depicted in motion pictures and different graphics? Or is it, red, like how they depicted Mars, so to speak? It'll be very interesting to actually know. We come to a time in life where we could actually zoom out, so to speak, physically pertaining to the Earth. Just actually zoom out and look and see what it is. However, just seeing that refracted light from the sun actually go around the Earth and still have the moon reflect a red hue is very interesting to observe. This is taking place on the 5th day, May 2023, right near Mainsa Conco, Gambia. All right. And it's happening about 1700 hours, 34 minutes, and 1 second post meridian for that particular slice, right? 5:34:01 post meridian is actually, or 17:34:01. So with that being said, we actually see Mars ruling the 7th house, where you see the sun is there, Uranus, Vesta, Mercury, North Node, right? Andromeda, Jupiter, and part of Spirit are all here in the 7th house. So one could really allow themselves to expand the release of themselves in however way they're relating, or maybe it's some contract where they can now allow themselves to move from one portion in their interactions with someone else in a certain way, and moving away from the comfort zone, being able to communicate some very chaste opportunities or very chaste outcomes that are expected, while one can be, creatively innovative in this particular relation. So people may find themselves having a lot more room to be themselves, maybe take on a death and regeneration pertaining to themselves. Maybe you've been feeling a little cocooned within yourself, and now you can allow that butterfly, proverbially speaking, within to spread its wings and be able to move forward in how you relate to others in a way where you're no longer holding yourself back or reserving yourself for seemingly to please others. So what you can do now is just unapologetically be yourself without being rude in the process. Mars there in the 10th house, under the moon's rulership in the 1st, while the moon is under Venus's rulership in the 9th, while under Mercury's rulership, who is under Mars's rulership in the 7th. Final dispositor here then would be Mars. So Mars and Moon are relating in a way where it's very interesting to see, because that means that Moon is fourth from the sign that it rules, which is the fourth sign. So being fourth from 10th house, it would say ones that are really making themselves home and really establishing themselves in their craft and quote unquote career, where people are only beginning to trust you further and more is because they can see you actually trusting yourself in your own process and what it is that you creatively do and bringing balance to yourself, thus allowing others to want to seek you for your assistance in whatever service or craft that it is that you provide. And with that, I yield the floor as we move along to the Libra zone, Hey, right? And now we're in checking this lunar eclipse from the Libra zone. You'll see sun and moon now reflecting in the second and eighth house axes. Well, the second and eighth house axis, all right? La Paloma Uruguay. This is taking place about 2:34:01 post meridian or 14:34:01. And what we can actually see here can really allow ourselves to be very particular in how we're possessing the things that we want to actually see ourselves be able, to have when we're communicating to those that really can see how we stand amongst them and our community. And with that standing, with that status, we can actually beautify a means for us to really have a center on things as far as where we should be looking towards as a goal and how we're moving. So when we move towards those goals, ones can be very creative in making sure that they are thoroughly beautifying the means to communicate that which seems to be hidden or really allow the communication that you're sharing with your standing and better how people see you and how you stand amongst them by making their ideas important as far as how you would like to add or incorporate, quote unquote, their ideas with yours to make a better outcome be effective for the entire quote unquote community, whether it's your work community, your career community, or your actual local community. What it is that they can actually suggest to make things move further for you. So maybe you're someone who will finally, maybe you're in a bakery and you're like, you know what? Let me put that suggestion box up there and we're actually going to incorporate the suggestion box, or maybe you guys will incorporate something where you have a website or something, or maybe some type of social media, and people can make suggestions for your particular craft that it is that you do. Maybe if it is a bakery, people are like, you know what? I would like for you to have vegan cupcakes, vegan snickerdoodle cupcakes. Can you guys make that, and make sure it's all fully vegan and things of that nature? Maybe, date syrup can be used instead of sugar. And then what you'll find yourself doing is you'll really appreciate that what's being shared because the people are allowing you to find other ways to assist in being that nurturing goodies giver, right? Of that particular fine treat that you know that you can be. And they'll really not just trust you when you bring that excellent product. They're going to brag about it and tell their friends by getting at least a baker's dozen of things. And that's just an example, using it in terms of a baker's perspective. However, I'm going to yield the floor. I'm going to move right along to the Virgo zone. And then after I complete this and go back and do my editing and see if that puppy's ready to be brought inside. All right, so we're here in the Virgo zone. Lunar eclipse happening in the third and ninth house. Looky, Astro Cookie, Moon and Sun are in their joy here. All righty, being very detailed oriented, we know that Virgo covers most of the East Coast and most of the Midwest. All righty, so the Virgo zone for this particular portion for the 5th May 2023 happening on Holy Day, right? Next Holy Day, not this Holy Day, because this Holy Day is the 28th. So we're looking at the 5th for the next Holy Day. Is that correct? Did I say the 28th, 27th, 20? Yeah, it's the 28th, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is actually taking place at 1300 hours, 34 minutes and 1 second, or 1:34:01 post meridian Eastern, near the Boston Corporation, Massachusetts Bay Commonwealth. So what we can see here And this is another beauty to behold here. Luna is actually ruling the 11th, where Mars is ruling the 8th. And it's interesting because Venus is ruling the house that it's in. It's ruling the 3rd house and the 10th house with an intercepted Geminian Sagittarian axis. So what we can actually bring out here is, it's going to be very amazing. I think this is the time that you would want to go out and have lunch or make lunch or surprise a loved one, particularly your beloved mother, mistress consort, for you sun master consorts out there, right? Make sure you bring a surprise in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it's a food that you would like for her to enjoy, so you offer to cook it, or what you allow yourself to do is to order it and have it delivered to her, and with a surprise, and maybe some flowers will actually follow that also. So what you could actually allow yourself to do in terms of minimizing the nemesis that is the lot of Saturn by really surfing that part of victory, that lot of victory, which is the lot of Jupiter there in the 3rd house, along with the South Node and the Moon. You can actually show that you've been listening to the things that she's been saying. And what you can actually do is be very creative in further expanding and really unlocking yourself in a way, or freeing yourself from being looked at as one who does not come away from their comfort zone. However, what you'll be able to communicate is that you've always been listening, right? And not only have you always been listening, you will allow yourself to bring a like this vestigious, right? Or very chaste, like, because there's Vesta, right? Being the Vestial virgin, you will allow yourself to be very pure in your intentions and how you will intercourse, which means communicate. Things that are coming from your heart, and being very innovative in your choices by maybe it's some type of like foreign dish that she enjoys. And so what you can allow yourself to do is bring everything except the candlelight. However, it's going to be for around that lunch hour, or even before this actually gets how it gets. So definitely take advantage of that opportunity to do so. And make sure she has exactly what she needs. Brother Sean had mentioned, if you pay attention to where this is taking place, yes, the sun is at a portion where it's basically between the point of stabilization, a fortunate degree with religious nature, which is 14 degrees Taurus, and 15 degrees, which is growth in music, right? So who knows? Maybe it's some Moorish Latin restaurant that plays the type of music that she enjoys. You normally don't listen or enjoy that music. However, what you found was you learned a lot about why she enjoys that and things of that nature. And maybe you even brought some type of literature pertaining to it. Maybe also you may have gone out your way to get some type of tickets to a concert, so to speak. And she's like, oh my God, you got backstage passes? And you're like, look at you, winner, winner, vegan chicken dinner. Right. So with that being said, allow yourself to regenerate, so to speak, those emotions that are necessary, and the joyfulness in the subconscious mind will actually notice that some things are better done instead of just spoken about and said. And that's also speaking to Luna being there just 2 minutes away from the eagle point, which is the point of regeneration, right? So you guys can just really sincerely pay attention very closely to what's being brought actively in being very innovative in the things that have been shared in the past, and further show that you can, show your loyalty in terms of bringing things that you are fascinated with because you love your loved one. You may have some denial in the particular taste that she enjoys that you don't. However, you go out of your way to make sure she has what she needs. And this may be vice versa too. Some beloved mother mistress consort may do this for her son master consort. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother in whom I am well pleased, Brother Sean Alim L, as he takes it to the Leo zone. Islam,
brother. All right, child. So we are in Leo's. This is occurring May 5th, 2023, on the holy day on the Friday. We are traveling near Fort Peck, Montana, States Republic. And we have Luna and the sun reflecting each other in the 4th and the 10th houses, no doubt. All right, guys, so for this here, with Luna in the 4th house and Scorpio, you guys are really gonna be finding some things out about yourself. It might be you, it might be your mother, it might be your father, but some family secrets are coming out. So somebody might have had a secret inheritance or might have had something withheld from them. So you are able to come into that information. Maybe someone's receiving an Akashic record download and receiving the things they need to from an internal source. Ooh,
Wow.
thing dropped down.
Yeah.
Oh, you just, wow. Okay, I'm back on what that was. Mike just dropped down and got his eagle on. Speaking of the eagle point, it was doing good. But anyways, let's get back to this, y'all. So with soul in the 10th, religious nature, a lot of folks are gonna be really realizing they never needed a middleman, right? That they can commune with themselves and commune with nature, and with sun ruling the ascendant at 9 degrees 5 minutes Leo, right? You guys are really coming back into a firm foundation of things. What was once lost can always be refound. And what is that? Man or mind will regain his lost estate. So a lot of beings near this Montana and this West Coast area will be coming back into the lost estate of themselves, the ancestral estate, coming back into the mysteries and knowledge of who they are, who they family are. So you guys will really be able to communicate and start looking within and committing to yourselves. So maybe you haven't committed to something that you truly thought or needed, that you needed. So now you have the opportunity to let go of everything that is not serving you so that you can make that full in commitment to what it is that your heart truly desires. And with that, I'm going to yield the floor for the Leo zone. So moving on next, we're headed back into the Cancer zone. Ooh, yep, it just keep on slowly moving down. And what are you doing? Right. There we go. Brothers and sisters, fathers and sons. All right, so now we're still here on the holy day, on the Friday, and we are at Hill, Alaska, States Republic. And we have this lunar solar reflection, this lunar eclipse occurring in the 5th and the 11th houses. So,
You sound still good, bro.
what'd you say, bro? You good, bro?
Yeah, I said your mic still good.
Yeah, man, it started slipping down, brother, like a slippery snake going down a slope. So I had to readjust and reestablish. But now everything is back. Solid. So we have Luna in the 5th house and Sol in the 11th. So for this Alaska, for this West Coast area, you guys, we might looking, finding ways to get more creative or just finding joy and peace and the solitude or the relaxation. So I would say for this holy day, for you guys, if you can avoid going out and avoiding people, I would say do that. If you can just enjoy yourself at your home or wherever you are with your loved one or with yourself, just enjoy that time to take you out, read a book in nature. Maybe you guys want to go hiking of some sorts. Maybe someone's going to be holding some kind of special thing online. Maybe connecting folks or giving assistance to folks who have questions answered. Maybe when it comes to, so-called money matters, right? So maybe someone's really looking to commit to some things. So how can you commit your communications? How can you commit to yourself and those around you, locally, globally, and spiritually on those different levels when it comes to the soul, spiritual, and cycle plane? And Luna is ruling this at 12 degrees from the ascendant. So this is really about just once again a foundation, right? So take for instance, you have a home and the foundation is off. So things might be leaning to one side, things might be cracking. So in order to make that house a home again, things need to be let go or fixed or worked on, right? And with Mars and Venus, a malefic and a benefic, being in the dispositives for this lunar eclipse, Mars is in Cancer in the first house. So there's identity change when it comes to this eclipse. You're letting go of those abandonment issues, those mother issues, those inner child issues. And Venus is ruling over the sun at 27 degrees. So there might have been no communication, or maybe someone will be coming back to into some communication of some sorts to fix some things, because communication is everything. So speaking up on those things that one could have been holding on to for so long that they might have been afraid to speak on, to say out, for the fear of being judged, or the fear of just not even know how to go about things. So that is coming into you guys. Mercury rules our communication, and that is retrograde. So once you look within and you see that the only mystery is taking away the truth, you'll be able to start communicating to yourself and others. And Jupiter and Chiron still in the 11th house as well. So you guys are expanding upon some pain. That's not in a bad way, but you have this journey. You're having these realizations of things that you could have been holding on to subconsciously and didn't even know that you were holding on to. So now you can take that philosophy and wisdom that you're receiving, probably via the internet, maybe in some group, you're in some Facebook group, or maybe something in your local community, not statutorily speaking. It's kind of like how they do those what is that? Oh, those drug programs, those rehabilitation programs, where they all talk and all get to, say their thing. So you guys will be able to get into a group and have some group healing. And with that, yield the flow. Moving along for my last one for right now, we're headed into the Gemini zone. All right, so this is occurring where we're traveling near to Uteria, French Polynesia. Luna's in the 6th, Sol's in the 12th, Mamma Mia. So there might be a sense of service for someone that could be looking to, put some ideals out there with Luna and that Scorpio in the 6th house. So maybe this is like a good time for a spa day, right? Maybe to take yourself or take your loved one, or take your mother or your grandmother, someone that you care about, and take them out for a massage or to a restaurant for some good food. Maybe someone wants to do like some rock climbing or kind of like an art show, something in that fashion to bring out the beauty. And Mercury is ruling this eclipse here in the Gemini zone, and Mercury is located in the 12th house. It sends it 1 degree, so one could be fired up about this eclipse. but really to just relax, my brothers and my sisters. And yeah, just once again, focus on the stabilization and the foundation, and realize that we are all free. A lot of folks might be realizing that communicating isn't bad as they thought it was, right? This is taking the time to feel what one feels and see why one thinks the way they think. You can really be realizing that a lot of things that you were holding on to or thinking weren't your own thoughts. So now you're able to start releasing things that are not serving you, releasing things that have been in your detriments. You realize. So take the opportunity to really, and if you could for someone, I'm saying someone taking like a strong beginning, right? Because here at Seven Hills Start, we don't like to say weekend, we say strong beginners. So maybe this is a trip out in the cabins for someone, or maybe someone wants to go to a beach or somewhere and just really get out in nature and commune with themselves, commune with the birds in that fashion. And with that sign approaching like a zenith with Uranus, this is just the time to gather your thoughts and ideas, right? And not to act so harsh and feel rebellious, and know that things will pass, but it's in this moment to acknowledge, to feel why the way we feel, and to come up with a proper plan to move forward. And Mars and Venus, where you at now? Right? Venus is in the first, Mars is in the second. So there's a lot of cool nature side of things that we're seeing. The nature side of things, like Mars and Cancer in the second, you're really looking to bring home those things that could serve you, bring home that knowledge. For some might just not never knew or cared to know some things. All right, so with that, I'm gonna yield the floor, guys. 1 second. Bro, what are they out there doing? Goodness. So guys, yeah, y'all guys will be letting go of some things, man, and really just enjoying this thing that we call life, right? So we're getting this to you 11 days in advance. So for this, this first part of the leisure area,
This all the guys up there, she eating it. I'm up there, so I just got up to school, dealing with it.
yeah. So guys, I'm gonna yield this flow. I'm gonna pass it back.
All right, I'm back. Forgive me, bro. I know you've been holding it down. Oddly, someone was calling from a correctional facility near the North Carolina State Republic, and I'm like, trying to answer, and I guess they're calling the only number that I have out there publicly, so to speak, quote unquote, publicly. And I guess these correctional institutions are saying that no third party call. What do you mean no third party call? I'm just trying to accept the call or whatever. And it's like, so maybe they've made it so if someone calls a Google Voice number that people can't get through that way, which is very odd or whatever. But you already know who to check on, bro, because I know you're about to go into, it's my turn now, it's in the tour zone. So do me that favor and make that call, bro, just to make sure that everybody's good. What'd you say?
I said, I got you, bro.
All right, Islam, brother, I appreciate you. Let me go and share this post here now. I was sharing Facebook copy, right? All righty, you all. So here we go with, right? Tour zone, right? For the 6th May. All righty. So it's happening, when it's looking like it's happening for Saturn Day, right? 6th May 2023, right? 0500 hours, 34 minutes and 1 second, or 5:34:01 anti-meridian for Lautoka, Fiji. All right. This is happening again. In the first and seventh house, however, the sundown is in the first house. So this is just prior to sunrise for this particular zone, for the Taurus zone, at Lautoka, Fiji. And Luna is on its way to setting, is there in the seventh house. And again, this is very interesting. Venus is ruling the ascendant, even though it's not Libra on the ascendant this time, and it's not Aries on the descendant. It's Scorpio. So both, again, like when I started out for the Scorpio zone, now for the Taurus zone, Venus and Mars are once again ruling. However, the conditions under which they're ruling, Venus has accidental dignity in the seventh, while still currently transiting Gemini. Under Mercury's dispositorship, Mercury is rising, still, however, in apparent retrograde motion. Also being just about a little more than 4 degrees, 54 minutes from the North Node. What we can actually see here is we can really allow ourselves to really bring some beauty and artfully bring some beauty to our garden plans. And when you go and do some things for gardening, make sure you are allowing the things that you've learned from, loved ones from your past. Maybe there was an elder who had left some documentation a bit ago. And in leaving that documentation, you were able to glean some things, from their wisdom that was written in those particular gardening memoirs. And you're very fortunate to be able to pair these things with some things also that you may remember from your childhood, so that you can be very, very victorious, so to speak, and successful in how you actually pair the knowledge that you have now and from the past, and that from another loved one from your past. So be able to make sure you move out of your comfort zone, give rise to some things that you've thought about in the past, follow through on them, be not afraid. Make sure you're being very chaste and pure in how you really express your creativity, come from the heart, and be very innovative in the sudden changes that you make for yourself. And with that, I'm going to yield the floor as we move to the Aries zone. All right. So with the Aries zone, this will be taking place particularly, right? Sun's going to be in the second house. Moon is now in the eighth, right? And what we can actually partake from here, Cancer there in the fourth house is Mars, right? Cancer's on the fourth house cusp. Mars is there in Cancer. Luna in the eighth in Scorpio is actually ruling over the fourth house. So there may be some things that need to be discussed as far as the home and the collective joint account energies pertaining to mother and son. What we can also do is make sure we're being very active in how we're really possessing what's being communicated. Make sure you're really listening, so that when you guys go to do anything, that it takes partnering, right? It really takes, two ears to listen, one mouth to speak. So there's two holes that you have to do for reception, where one is for expulsion. So with that being said, make sure you take due care in doing the first step to love. The first step to love is listening. And make sure you just balance those things out that you would like to share by really intaking that which others have to share with you, so that you can actually show that, people that may have seen you from your past as just being talkative or seeming know-it-all. Show that you can actually be valued in other ways by being very fraternal or brotherly or sisterly. That would be sororal, right? And really bringing value to their communication by really, really listening effectively to those that are sharing some things with you. Maybe people from your past that are communicating some things, maybe an apology that's actually coming your way that you did not expect. So now really allow yourself to be one who is accepting pertaining to one's apology. so that these beings don't feel low in their self-estimation. And with that, I yield the floor as I take it now to the Pisces zone. And now Luna and Sun will change their joys, right? They will exchange their joys. Now you see Luna is in the ninth and the Sun is joy, and the Sun is in the third and the Moon's joy. All right. And with that being said, still Mars and Venus still giving up the rulership. Mars is ruling from the sixth house, ruling over the third. While under the Moon's rulership, which is under Venus's rulership, and Venus's conditions are under Mercury's condition, which is under Mars. So Mars being the final dispositor here, guys, what you're going to have to do is when you go out to that restaurant, make sure you have your mind made up so that your waiter or waitress can really be effective for you. You never know what people are going through, even though they're serving you. They may be dealing with something that's really tough for them. So, tipping isn't a so-called law. However, if you have it in your heart to be able to really express your gratitude in a way that will make someone else's day very exciting and bright, maybe you can, just simply ask them, hey, I'm wondering. And then again, this is near the Pisces zone, near the Malacca, Malaysia, right? Portion pertaining to the planet. And again, this is happening about just an hour, 31 minutes and 0 seconds after midnight. Or 134 or 1 anti-meridian. So what you can actually see here, this would be a means for you to maybe really ask, and maybe it was before this happened and you were asking someone, what is it that they need, or what is it that they need some help with? Or maybe you see someone who may be far away from home, right? Or they are visiting a loved one. And maybe, they need assistance, real assistance with either a flat tire, or maybe you can assist them with the ride home. Or, again, if this is someone who's working, right, and they're serving you, make sure you tip them, because what may actually happen is you may find out that not only did they really need that, but that's really helping them out to help balance a loved one. In other words, maybe there's some medicinal assistance that you had no idea that you're assisting them with. So I'm not saying just give away your energy, your financial energy all willy-nilly. However, have purpose and be sincere in being a conduit to assist someone who may really need your loving assistance. All righty. And with that being said, make no delay to be that innovative sudden change in someone's life, with Saturn ruling the ascendant and the Sun under Mars's dispositorship. Again, Mars being the final dispositor for the ascendant, it will make people actually see, because that whom you're going to help has a perspective about you already that is prejudice. However, when you go to assist them for that moment in time, they will definitely separate you from the stereotype of the group, pertaining to the group of beings that you seemingly are a part of. They will actually see the quote unquote sentient being that you actually are by expressing oneself and being the epitome and manifestation pertaining to sincerity and love. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I am well pleased, Brother Sean Ali Mel, as he takes you to the Aquarius zone. And I yield the floor. Islam.
Islam, bro.
Islam.
All right, so we are in the Aquarius zone. All right, we are near Kotte, Sri Lanka.
Mm-hmm.
All right, still going down on Friday, the holy day, May 5th. Right, we have now Luna in the 10th and Sol in the 4th. All right, so for this area, guys, for this lunar eclipse, you're definitely going to be seeing or feeling, whether that's by
realizations of yourself or by conversations with others, or maybe with one's own mother and father in some sort. Y'all really be seeing the gifts that was already naturally inherent within you, right? You know what I'm saying? Some past life gifts, or maybe some past life memories that now that you're able to move along from, and now move into your destiny or what's meant for you in this lifetime.
Wow, you just came back loud and proud, bro. What was that?
Oh, my bad. I had what's the name down, son. I don't know how that went down, but yeah.
I'll tell you, might have made a second hit it. Yeah, now you're loud and proud, bro. Do your thing.
All right, so y'all probably want this voice, don't you? Like we
Oh,
about to do the soul train. All right.
Stop it, Joe. You're hilarious, yo.
Right. So
That's a growth opportunity for those out there, for those who are looking to do something long-term in their career. Maybe someone comes along and gives ye, not you, because we're non-statutorily speaking, but an opportunity or the finances to complete those goals or give you that kickstart, that kick jump that one needs to do those things necessary, right? And with Capricorn on the rise, we're looking for Saturn, right? And we got Saturn in the second house at 5 degrees, 43 minutes. So maybe there's some heartfelt when it comes to the joy of things being taken away. Maybe there's finding joy in the pain, right? And Luna's also separating trine from that Saturn. So you guys will really be out. Wow. And Saturn's actually trine the South Node. So yeah, there's gonna be like some kind of sense of moving on from things that aren't beneficial for you, right? So this is 10 and 2. So yeah, maybe there's some creative gifts that can spring from some past life gifts, or maybe restricting oneself from some past life habits, right? So maybe in the past life, someone didn't have any discipline, or they cut themselves off from the truth. And now in this lifetime, beings are saying that they couldn't avoid the truth, or that things continue to happen to not work out in their favor when they ignore the things that are right in front of them. Right. So with Pluto, being in that first house, there's like a transformation of some sort that is occurring and is going to happen. Right. And with Mars, Mars is in that 6th house. So yeah, really bringing the higher learning to your service. So maybe someone is looking at maybe some herbalism. All right, maybe wanting to start taking different herbs, or start making different types of foods for them that makes them feel good and healthy. Right? It's like, well, I tried this vegan meal and I was so supercharged. And then when I tried, something that wasn't vegan, I felt all sluggish. So seeing that, and maybe even, looking to do something or having a windfall when it comes to their career. So that, and Luna will be trining Mars and about 12, 13 hours. So there's going to be a sense of just like heightened emotions and feelings, but this is just that opportunity to not let oneself be drowned in those emotions and those intuitions and feelings, but become stable in that and learn how to ride those waves and tides pertaining to one's inner nature and one's mindset. Let's see. Yeah, you just really like let go. The Sun and Uranus and Vesta and Mercury and North Node is all in that 4th house, with the nodes and Mercury being retrograde. So once again, just looking east, look within, and now you're
like I said, once you're like letting go and embracing that healing, you're really able to see where one was committing to the wrong things. And maybe someone too will be seeing even, their parents might have been committed to some things that weren't for their, highest good or for the family's highest good overall. But, they'll say that they did what they did, but you're able to take that now into your hands and start healing those mother and father wounds and addressing early childhood issues. And with that, I will yield the floor. Right. So now moving along to the Capricorn zone. All right, we are pulling up to near Baku, Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan. Yes.
Azerbaijan, look at me get the job. Yeah. Rock and roll's voice. Yeah.
Islam.
Islam. So you guys, this is occurring. Luna's now in the 11th. Sun is in the 5th. All right. The sun actually rules the 5th house. So he's definitely feeling good. And Luna in the 11th. Man, I'll say don't be arguing with folks on the internet, if you feel yourself feeling emotional or just pissed off and, wanting to either do harm, whether that's physical or, speaking those things, log off, put your phone down. Just step away from that. There's no sense of getting worked up. And you can definitely easily, you might need to, look within. But, if you're doing the work within and things are outer, just step away from things that aren't serving you. Maybe unfollow that being, block them, exit yourself from that group, and look to find a new group that can resonate with you on a level that you're at now, right? Just because you were one way or did things a certain way back then doesn't mean those same things that you did in that time are serving you now. Signs on the 5th in Taurus. So, overindulging in the creative arts, right? So maybe someone wants to start that poetry, maybe someone wants to start, dealing with finances and the sort, for those that, want to go into that realm to make sure that they are serving the people and that they are doing right by their job title or their duties. And Jupiter is ruling this chart, right? 8 degrees Sagittarius. Jupiter is in the 5th house as well. Wow. Right at 27 degrees. So things always work out when we look at the dual nature side of things. Because Jupiter is expansion and also philosophy. So not being so stuck in one way that my way is the right way. Really be open to receiving knowledge and wisdom from others that might seem foreign to you. And Luna Scorpio is, intuition. So maybe someone's going to be receiving some upgrade to their intuition, or maybe one's psychic gifts, or having a vision in their dream. So definitely journal those things, those visions for that. And also make a list of things that you would like to let go of that's not serving you. All right. When it comes to how you handle your finances or priorities, or how you're, on via internet, or ways just become more humanitarian giving, right? One might have been such a hoarder to, hoard all these things or acquire all these things, and then they're gonna have to ask themselves that questions like, why do I want all these things? Is it for harmony, or is it for some image to appeal or look some kind of way to others? So that now maybe someone is maybe gonna have a big giveaway and give some things to others and start embracing that humanitarian energy to be good to themselves and be good to others. Mars is in the 8th. Wow, conjunct vertex. What do ski? So maybe having someone assist them with some things in their home, right? So maybe someone's like gonna have some housework done, like some interior, or maybe like a patio built. And they're gonna have a conversation with one of the workers, right? Maybe the one who handles the sales or the foreman. What seems to be like they couldn't have anything in common, they'll say that they'll have a lot of things in common, and they'll appreciate that conversation. All right, so maybe revealing hidden things. And being able to dive in those mysteries. Venus in the 7th is relating. So Venus will be moving into Cancer soon at that 27 degrees. Yeah. So just finishing up all communications and embracing just a social life. All right. I think on that note, I'm gonna yield the floor. I'm not gonna give y'all too much sauce today. And so now we're moving into the final last slice of the pie. They go, yo, you want this last slice of this pie? No, man, I'm good. Go ahead. All right, cool. Eat this last slice of pie, right? So we're in the Sagittarius zone at Scope J, Macedonia. Right, we got Luna on the 12th. Sol's in the 7th. Luna is conjunct that ascendant.
Yeah, that's good. We coming up on that last slice, right? Because at 2 post meridian Pacific, or 1400 hours Pacific. For those of you that are part of the jurisprudence gym at Lawful Living, there is a PMAP for Private Ministerial Action Process presentation that Malika is going to give, going over someone's lawsuit. Someone's doing some suing, as we all like doing. We all like to show that the attorneys have no authority, and we enjoy disqualifying the judges so they can recuse themselves. All righty, because at the end of the day, guys, when you really comprehend this and without trying to turn it into some material stuff or like some easy bake oven microwavable results for yourself, one must know the truth and the divine truth in order to be able to protect themselves jurisprudently. So for those of you that are staying at it and sincerely learning, letting mindsets that delude to slavery and things of that nature, letting that go so that you can be effective in standing on your square. You guys know today at 2 post meridian Pacific, or 1400 hours Pacific, Malika will be given that presentation according to those time zones accordingly. That's 4 post meridian, or 1600 hours Central, 5 post meridian, or 1700 hours Eastern. And with that, I yield the floor to our beloved brother, in whom we're well pleased, Brother Braveheart L. Islam.
Indeed.
Or
Mr.
Bay.
What'd you say, bro?
I said, or Mixer Bay. Mixer Bay.
I don't know what you heard about me.
Yo.
But you ain't getting no private information out of me. No so-called social, driver license, or insurance. So we some motherfucking PMAPs, not PMAP. PMAP.
Right. All right, bro. I yield, bro.
It's wild. So we got Luna conjunct descendant from the 12th house, right? So I'm just getting like past life information, or just kind of really things servicing. So please, beings in this area, just pay attention to what is servicing for you guys, so that you can, release that. Things don't just come up just to mess with you. It's to bring awareness to the state of things within you and outside of you. So take this full moon, as we know that full moons are good times for releasing, and new moons are a time for planning. So what are you releasing? What are you letting go of? Right? What values can you find in the services, right? So maybe some businesses, right? All businesses are public. There's no private business when you're registered with the state. Just a hint there that maybe there are going to be some giveaways here, maybe like a special something of some sort, right? And Venus is conjunct the vertex, so yeah, there's and Polaris too. So yeah, a lot of joint ventures. So maybe someone's looking to, like I said, build some things new, maybe work with someone, right? Mars is in the ninth house. So this is just higher learning. Maybe someone's looking to, I want to say like start missionary work, but doing it in a way that hasn't been done, right? Like how some beings take advantage of those when they go to these trips. Maybe someone's truly bringing that help and assistance needed to those in foreign lands. Maybe someone's looking to start their own university or reform a university with some knowledge. And let's see, Mars is ruling that chart. So yeah, this is all about just self-identity here and making those necessary changes to yourself and those around you. Yeah, you can go on that. And on that note, I'm gonna yield the floor. So I'm gonna hit
Islam.
stop share there.
Islam.
All right, so in fact, let me go to the YouTube. You even see we be floating going and you be looking. So,
Yeah. Because I know we got the class coming up soon with Malika in about 50 minutes. So let me go and check right.
Right. So Islam to Dunn Tracy Pickens.
Islam.
Peace and love. Peace
Indeed.
and love to you. Right. Janelle Blaze says Islam family. Islam to you.
Mother Janelle Blashell, indeed, Islam.
Islam Open 642 says greetings. Greetings to you.
Greetings.
The volume did drop. Wonder when that happened.
Yeah, went from like you went from radio voice to like whisper for a bit, but it's all good. We can still hear you. But you said you might have accidentally hit the knob there on the microphone. Is that what that was, possibly?
Yeah, because it was up, and then when I looked, it was like it was kind of like right here while I was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you sound low.
So exactly. I'm like, get my comedian there and turn it up.
Yeah, it's all good. Building it while you're flying it, man. You're trying out some new to you equipment. So yeah, why not? You know what I mean? I'm glad they letting us know, because I'm thinking like, bro, what happened? But it's all good. But now we figured it out. Indeed. Go ahead, bro. I yield.
Islam. Jadon Il says Islam, kin folks. Islam to you. We got Derek Blash Bay says peaceful greetings to you. We've got Neo that says peace and love, family.
Yeah, I think that's
peace
the brother.
And love to you.
Florida State Republic, Leonard, brother Leonard, I think that is. So yeah, Islam, peace and love to you also. Yeah, man, that's pretty. Oh, and Leonard too. Because we have a newborn here. I want to let you know that I saw the message, but I think you had emailed me, so I'm gonna go back and check the email. I think it was, and I'll send you my number. For those that don't know my number, it's out there to everyone. The one that we utilize is 443-376-8764. You guys want to get directly in contact with me. I know I'm a bit old fashioned, so I don't mind you calling. Just, and I'm not saying this to you, Leonard, but most people know it's like, like Drake said, giving you my number, but don't hit me on no dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of just really what it is. But I know, brother, that's not what you're going to do. I see how serious you're taking yourself and your studies inside the George Prudence Gym at Lawful Living. So in no way, shape, or form was I directing that to my brother Neo in the chat. And so With that being said, again, you guys want to get in contact with I directly, you know, the number directly for 7 Hill Star is 443-376-8764. That's the Google voice line. So you guys can reach us internationally, so to speak. Go to 7hillstar.com, sign up for our email list. You know, this will be in the Thursday email, along with what we're doing Wednesday for the 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report. This Friday and next Friday, guys, you know, I know I said I wanted to get into the federal rules of civil procedure. However, I think this Friday for our impromptu improv, we'll be getting into the Georgia General Assembly and the statutes and administrative codes there, just to show you guys even further,
Georgia,
right, in a repetitive fashion, that
Georgia.
just because these places are near you, pardon me, these jurisdictions on paper, right? These corporations on paper are near you. That doesn't mean that you're in the state of Georgia or any other state. You're not actually there in that, because you're not in that state of mind where you are a contracted, oath-taking, autograph certified statement making agent that is doing trade or business, which is performing functions of public office at the pleasure of the governor. That is what you're not doing. So that's why we just keep doing it. So that means on this 28th, right, April 2023, we will be going over, we'll be taking a telephony field trip. It'll be telephony field trip number 5, right? To a virtual and telephony field trip number 5 near the Georgia State Republic, to just show you guys the things that are there so that you're confident that you're not in the state of Georgia. However, you guys want to get sharper, right? Especially for those of you that are Moorish American, we all start out at rvbaypublications.com that are sincere. Start out at rvbaypublications.com. That's where I started. That's why I share that. The second website to make sure you check out is 7hillstar.com. So you guys can get the astrology that is necessary, tied in with the civics. However, you guys already know you want to go over some concept correction with Brother Aura and I. You guys can arrange that by just DMing us at our Instagram. And we can arrange those things necessary so that you can give the eleemosynary tuition in respect for our time. And with that being said, the third and final website I think you need in your life is the jurisprudence gym. That is lawfulliving.com, right? Set up by Malika and, assisted by her daughter, Sunny. Alrighty, so that you guys can have exactly what it is that you need, alrighty, in being effective. For me, being Moorish American, being a student and staff pertaining to Moorish Heritage and History School, because when a student is ready, the teacher appears. And me being able to have my foundation there for 7 years before joining Lawful Living, it's easy to see and easy to always be Moorish American without having to denationalize myself and really grasp the concepts that are being shared there and further my comprehension in being there also. So you guys can join lawfulliving.com by simply either downloading the app from either your Google Play or your Apple App Store, or typing it into your browser that you choose, and going to lawfulliving.com. And yes, transact the troll toll. I know when I joined lawfulliving.com, there was no troll toll. It was something that you could join for free. However, sometimes, if you're going to really come in and be on some troll shit, then let's see if you transact that 20 for the year to be a part of it. That's sometimes people just make it bad for other people, and so I can't really knock that. And then you guys will be able to get into that and see what's already up there for the easy gettings. However, some of the other classes that have other things that are more concentrated on specific topics, you guys can find out what you need to do to donate to either get those specific topics that you need or just get all access, all right, by joining lawfulliving.com and just sincerely being a part of it. We know next day, which is Tuesday, you guys can be a part of Friends in Law, all right, Bible study for the Jurisprudence Gym for the Zoom that takes place. And it's like, guys, it's been maxing out at 100 people in Malika's Zoom by like 15, 20 minutes in. So those of you that get the link from me, you already know what I tell you. I ain't going to say it right now, because I say it right now, woo-wee, it's It filled up a lot sooner than 15, 20 minutes. But those of you guys that get the link from me, you already know what I tell you. So just make sure you're doing what you're doing, because that's why you always see me there, But anyway, with that being said, RBBayPublications.com, 7hillstar.com. Make sure you sign up for our email list at 7hillstar.com. And, be serious about declaring and proclaiming your nationality and get your nationality card and your documentation from RB Bay. And then, like we say, be Moorish American going in, be Moorish American coming out. So those of you that are sincere, being Moorish American and enforcing the law, as Prophet Noble Drew Ali expressly prescribed for us to do, go and join Lawful Living so that it can strengthen you in your concept correction and making sure that you are being useful to your Moorish community and to all of those on the entire planet. All right? Because remember, at the end of the day, the Moorish nation is not just us various copper tone and olive shade beings. It is also those that we grafted from utilizing our genes and the genes of the chimpanzee, and thus having the pale skin that is termed Caucasian. Those are our sons and daughters. For those of you that can handle that information, that truth. However, if you haven't come across that information, it's all fine. Go and click the link in the description here and join Prophet Noble Drew Ali University. Once you guys click on it for access to Prophet Noble Drew Ali University, you'll have exactly what it is that you need. Brother Jadon says, thank you for passing it on to the community. Brother Jadon says, you better be in there 15 minutes early or for shh, don't tell them the secret. Brother Tyro says it's long. Hey, man, Tyro, if you're a part of PMAP, man, you need to share that success story that you shared with me, bro. Like, I read that thing. I thought I'm kind of like still chilling, laid back. I looked over to my baby. I'm like, baby, Tyro beating that ass up down in the Louisiana State Republic. He got 2 recusals. Hold the fuck up, shorty. Hey, baby, I like that. Looky. Astro cooking. However, guys, I'm going to yield the floor and prepare myself for Malika's class for PMAP today. It's kind of an impromptu, even though she had kind of posted it on her Instagram and within Telegram also, that she was going to do a class at 2 post-meridian Pacific. So see you guys there that are part of PMAP or in some way, shape, or form, whether it's just PMAP, you got to add it as the specific topic or you have all access like we at 7 Hillstar do. So with that being said, guys, we love you. See Tyro's laughing. Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna front. I'm reading that. I straight told my baby, like, hey, he boxing that ass up down there in Louisiana State Republic. Way to go, man. That's what we want to happen, man. We want you Moors to be confident and competent, right? Competently confident and confidently competent. That's what that's what we're here to see revived and have happen, and no longer have, your sons and daughters that wear yarmulkes be the only ones flossing your birthright. Is that clear? All righty. So I yield the floor to Brother Sean Lee Mel. He's going to close us on out. Gratitude.
Indeed, gratitude. Yep. Gratitude to everybody. Showed up in the chat today, that shared with your loved ones, shared with your colleagues. Shout out to those that show up and try to take notes and do it in their own way. We already know that.
It's loud.
The original sauce for the recipe. So peace and love. Peace and love to all. Y'all enjoy the rest of the moon day. For those that will be joining on Lawful Living, we will see you there. You already know Tuesday is also Lawful Living. We'll be back Wednesday for the greatest Astro Weather Report ever. So on that note, yeah, man, shout out to all you brothers and sisters, man. Peace and love to you all. This is 7 Hillstar, and we are out. No diggity, no doubt. Peace and love to you all.
It's love, bro. Peace and love.